The following opinions are solely those of BoatTEST.com and its test captain.
Hi, Captain Steve for BoatTEST.com, and this is the Hurricane 201 SunDeck Sport. This one happens to be powered by the Evinrude E-TEC 135HO. I'm going to see how she performs on a full test and performance evaluation. Come on along with me.
We'll start with a look under the waterline, where we see a wide hull extending out from a V bottom. We can easily see how this will add flotation to the sides, making a stable platform. At the stern, she has a flat running pad leading to dual strakes, one to each side. This should give us quick times to plane and minimal bow rise. We'll validate that when we get underway. The Hurricane SunDeck 201 Sport has a length overall of 20 feet 1 inch and a beam of 102 inches. With an empty weight of 2,710 pounds, 30 gallons of fuel, 3 people, and a 428-pound test engine, we had an estimated test weight of 3,923 pounds. With the Evinrude E-TEC 135HO turning a 16-inch Rebel propeller, we reached our top speed of 41.4 miles per hour at 5,700 RPM. At that speed, we had a fuel burn of 13.5 gallons per hour. Best cruise was reached at 3,500 RPM and 22.7 miles per hour. That speed reduced the fuel burn to only 5.6 gallons per hour, giving the SunDeck 201 a range of 190 miles and an endurance of over 7.5 hours while still holding back a 10% reserve. When cruising a lake in the evening with a crowd aboard at just under 5 miles per hour, she burns 0.5 gallons per hour. The Hurricane SunDeck 201 has relatively low freeboard at 32 inches and a flat entry, but having said that, she seems to take light chops surprisingly well. She showed little signs of pounding when crossing wakes and presented a dry ride throughout. She did have a quick time to plane, and once on plane, just 3 to 4 shots of up trim on the outboard put her into her 5-degree bow high cruising attitude, and that was accompanied by an additional surge of power. While she's rated for up to 200 horsepower, this 135HO seemed to have more than enough power to utilize the 201 as a family boat as well as a water sports platform. While wakeboarding may not be in the plan since she presents such a little wake, skiing and certainly tubing are right in the game plan for a boat such as this. When taking power off, the flat running surface in the stern had her settling back into the water from a nearly level attitude.
Now let's take a look at the features on this Hurricane SunDeck, starting with what I think is the coolest part. Finally, somebody has figured out how to stabilize a bimini top, and Hurricane did it with one curved piece of metal tubing. And look at how solid this bimini top is. The center of the transom's got a removable ski tow pylon. While we're at the stern, over to the port side, we've got storage. To the starboard side, a recessed 3-step reboarding ladder. As far as the seating, pretty much wrap around. It starts with L-shaped seating over to the port hand side, coming up to 2 loungers at the bow. And here's a neat feature. This cushion can be removed, replace it to make a chaise lounge. A second position has it sitting up a little higher, and the same thing is repeated just behind. Naturally, there's storage under all the seats. Additional storage is under the deck and under the Helm console, which also houses a carry-on cooler. The Helm is very minimalist with just 2 gauges. Switches to the side are lighted when they're activated. Steering wheel is mounted to a tilt base. Additional switches to the starboard side with the Evinrude alarm gauges, a 12-volt supply. Underneath, the recessed footwell with storage just above. Just ahead of the Helm, a sink with a pump faucet. Surrounding the cockpit, I've got 1, 2, 3 courtesy lights and 3 speakers. At the step through to the bow, there's a live well. Fully forward, 4 stainless steel drink holders, an anchor locker with an anchor keeper inside and a cleat to secure the anchor line. Over to the side, a 3-step beach reboarding ladder, and there's a handle built right into the hatch. Over to the sides, we have individual nav lights to both sides, and the cleats are well out of the trip zone. Well, that's my full test and features walkthrough of the Hurricane SunDeck 201 Sport. For BoatTEST.com, I'm Captain Steve. We'll see you on the water.